What do you?
I don't agree with you. Yeah, not everybody here agree with you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
What do you think?
What's happened to the cat?
Sorry?
Are you making the cat meow? Are you going to make it vegan?
I have to go.
Oh no, thank you. What cat are you talking about? A wild cat? A pet cat?
A domestic cat.
If there is evidence that they can be healthy on a vegan diet, then of course.
You know they can't eat vegan. They can't eat. They
In
eat meat.
that case, we should stop breeding cats.
Killing them all.
No, that's not what I said. So not breeding someone isn't killing them. If I don't have a baby, I'm not killing a baby, okay? So not breeding cats isn't the same as killing them. I think we should stop breeding animals into existence.
Why?
Because we're breeding them to be exploited and used.
Who gave you a right to stop?
What gives you the right to pay for animals to be tortured for your sensory pleasure?
Which animal is being tortured?
Cows, chickens, pigs,
Where do you
goats.
see them tortured?
Sorry?
Where?
Dairy industry, for example, we take their babies away repeatedly.
Did you go and see them with your eyes?
Yes, I've seen it, yes, with my own eyes.
Do you have photos?
I can show you countless videos. I can give you a documentary.
No, not documentary. You took the pictures. Don't tell me documentary. I'm not interested about documentaries.
Why?
Because they eat it, they do everything. I'm talking about you.
Wait.
You're the one facing me today.
I want to understand what you're saying, okay? I really do.
Yeah.
So is your point that you don't think that happens in dairy industry? You don't think that babies are taken from
I'm
their
not
mothers?
saying nothing.
Okay, so I want to understand what your point is.
You're making the claim, you produce the proof.
Okay,
This
I can
is how it
produce the
works.
proof. I can produce the proof.
Documentary.
Or
No
not just
pictures you took.
What's wrong with a documentary?
No, the photos you took. You have to go and take pictures you to see with your eyes. I'm not saying it's not happening.
Okay. Do you think
let's forget about that because you don't have no proof. What about the plants?
What about
Are they
them?
alive or not?
Yes, they are.
So are we going to now stop eating them?
No, because I don't care about being alive. I care about sentience.
You don't care. What they don't? How do you know they don't feel nothing?
There's just no evidence that they do.
Sorry?
There's no evidence that they do.
How do you know that?
I can't, that's like saying prove there's no God. You can't prove that this sign isn't sentient. That isn't evidence for the sign being sentient. So my point is there's no evidence that plants feel pain. But let's say I'll give it to you. Let's say plants are sentient beings, they feel pain, they love their families. The thing is the animals you eat are fed with crops, plants.
Yeah.
So by eating meat and eating animals, you're using more plants than me. So if you do care about plants, if you're a plants rights activist, you should be vegan.
No.
Why?
Because if you balance your life, you will be okay. What did your mother feed you when you were born?
Milk.
Milk. What is milk? Is it vegan?
My mum's milk, breast milk, yes, vegan.
Is it vegan?
Yes.
Milk is vegan.
My mum's breast milk was vegan, yes.
No. Milk. Your mum milk is vegan.
Yes, my mum's milk is vegan.
How do you know that?
Because there's no animal exploitation from my mum picking up her baby and feeding me with her breasts.
So if they make cheese from your mother, milk, you will understand. It will be called vegan.
If she consents, then yes, it's vegan. I'll ask her and I'll see if I can sort you out. Give you some cheese.
No. You're going around. I'm going to hit you here.
You're going to hit me?
Yeah, your mom got milk. You said it's vegan.
You can't just get your morality from the holy text because
That's exactly why.
Because but you don't think it's wrong to be gay, do you?
No, I don't think so.
Right, so you're not getting all your morality from the holy text.
The holy text doesn't say it's wrong to be gay. It says
Are you serious? Have you read it?
It's wrong to have sex outside of marriage and to have gay sex. It doesn't say it's wrong to be gay.
So you're saying it's wrong to have gay sex, but it's not wrong to be gay?
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
I mean, what do you think that being gay is?
It's
against
the holy text to have sex outside of marriage as well.
Okay. So you think it's immoral for a man to have sex with a man if they want to?
That's exactly right.
I mean, if you don't even believe in gay rights, I don't know why I'm here trying to convince you of animal rights.
If we do mass veganism, that's a lot of deforestation and the CO2 emission that is using with the effect of the country, the earth.
Also, the animals that are being their habitat is being destroyed because of deforestation.
Yeah, that's a good question. So the leading cause of deforestation is animal agriculture, and that's because we're destroying the environment, the forests, so we can produce soy. 85% of soy production goes to feeding animals that we eat.
Yeah.
So because there's so many animals, we're talking 57 billion land animals each.
That's not strictly true, is it? Because they're also producing the avocados, and there are other crops that they are producing.
Sure.
In that space. It's not just to go
So just to be clear,
In the soil.
Yeah, so just to be clear, my point wasn't that all deforestation is caused by animal agriculture. I'm saying it's the leading cause. There are other causes, and avocados is one of them. And palm oil, yeah, and absolutely. And if you disagree with other products, other parts of food consumption, you don't need to have these products to be vegan. You don't need to have avocados to be vegan. Most avocados are eaten by non-vegans. But what I'm saying is, the vast majority of deforestation is caused by making space to produce soy and crops that we then feed to animals. 57 billion land animals every year that eat more than us.
They can have a lovely life, but then they can be killed and be eaten, and it can be mutually beneficial. They had their good life, they live naturally, and then they go on to possibly earlier than they would have done, but they then go on to provide food stuff for us. And I do believe that man is made to eat meat. The fact we have our canine teeth.
Herbivores have canines as well. So there's nothing inherent in a canine that means we should be eating animals. Hippos, for example, gorillas, herbivore animals who have canines. But I agree that we can digest meat, we have the capacity, we evolved to do so. Well, my point is now that we don't need to. Now we have the alternatives. Now we can be healthy without. But to go on to your other point about giving animals great lives, I completely agree with you. There are better and worse ways to do things. Like what we're doing to animals generally is horrible. Yeah. And there are some places where animals get treated well and then we kill them. But my question is, if the animal is happy first, does that make it ethical to kill them?
I'm on the top of the food chain, and that's how I'm staying.
Are you though? Are we in the top of the food chain when we go into a supermarket and pay someone else to slit our animals' throats, pick up the plastic packet?
That's the money chain. That's not the food chain.
Right.
You know, my husband goes to a field. He'll shoot a pigeon, bring it back, and we will eat.
Leave this conversation.
Yeah. But so do you think might makes right? Is that a good enough reason that we're on top of the food chain, that we can exploit them?
What? No, but I don't think that's what I'm saying.
So what is our moral justification for slitting their throats then? How do we justify that act?
I don't believe we slit their throats. That's where your argument
This
is.
guy said his dad was a.
Oh, I mean, it's. I mean, it's a fact that we slit their throats. I mean, if you don't know that,
What about the pigeon then? I mean, that's just been shot, and then we eat it.
yeah. So I think that.
What's wrong with
Yeah.
that?
So I mean, when we're shooting a bullet inside of them, I think there might be a moral issue with that.
Right.
Because it hurts and then they die.
No,
Oh, okay. I could kill you quickly. Would that be moral?
Well, I think, apart from the fact it would be murder, if it's quick,
Then why is it human?
we are killing it to eat it.
I'm killing you to eat you. Would that make it moral?
There's plenty of me.
What is it about the cow that makes it okay to kill them? What trait do they possess or lack?
They taste good.
Okay, so if I was to establish that you did taste good, would it be ethical for me to kill you?
If you were hungry, and I was bred for that, I suppose that I couldn't harm you.
Really? So you would be okay with, say, like a slave trade where we bred humans?
No.
That's what you just said.
No, beef that is produced on grass locally is carbon neutral.
No, it's not.
Mum, I love you, but where do you get your sources from? Like, do you get it from the internet? Do you get it off, like, where, what? I love you, but, like, where is your research? Like,
Well,
this is, like, I 100% understand what you're saying, and I love the fact that you want to join in, but, like, where is your, like, how credible is your research?
I went to a chicken farm the other day. It's a very new one, and it's what is it when they're not battery? They're
Free range?
Yeah. They've got 6 meters of land each. I walked around. These chickens were happy, healthy, having a great time.
Did you notice that they were all the exact same gender? So in the egg industry, when they're breeding the chickens, they only need the females, the hens, because they're the ones that lay the eggs. So all the male chicks are useless. They get ground up alive in the hatchery. So all of the males, they didn't because they were the hens, but all the males were ground up alive.
I still think humans are designed to eat meat.
When you say designed, I'm not sure what you mean. I mean, do you believe in God? Are you religious?
No, I don't.
So it took them from an evolution perspective.
Yes.
So we weren't designed by anybody, but we when our ancestors ate meat when they needed to survive. I agree with you. But do you think that just because something always happened, does that mean that it is necessary today?
The yeast are alive.
Yes, they are, but there's no evidence that yeast are sentient.
So
I mean, the HIV virus is alive, but we wouldn't grant the HIV virus rights. Or maybe you would. I don't know. Maybe you would. The two top ones, the best speech you'll ever hear, and Land of Hope and Glory.
Okay.
If you watch those two, and then I'll see you again
You're
sometime.
trying to increase my guilt.
Yeah, I'm trying to make you suffer.
How unfair.
But it's for the greater good.
I've got a I've got chess in my backpack, and I'll challenge you to a game of chess. If you win, I'll go vegan for 2 weeks. If you win, we'll just say I'm victorious.
So male chicks are ground up alive.
Do we care about male chicks?
You should do.
Should I? What have I done?
I guess you're just a piece of shit.
Do we feel it's morally okay to kill an animal? Whereas it's not morally okay to kill a human.
You've got 40 seconds left, mate.
I don't know what to do. I've lost.
You have one good move.
Have I?
Make a king fall over. Sorry, that's very rude, but yeah. Very good.
Well played, well played. So how would we morally justify taking away an animal's life?
Do you have an iPhone? You have consumer electronics?
So I think.
Show me your phone.
No, I've got an iPhone.
Okay, you got an iPhone.
So
why did you buy that iPhone?
So we can point to other things that we do that are moral, right?
Okay.
But that in itself wouldn't justify this other act.
Of course.
So for instance, if you say child abuse is wrong, and I'm like, have you got an iPhone? If you do, that wouldn't justify the child abuse.
Of course.
So if I've done something wrong in another part of my life, that wouldn't justify killing animals. Presumably, you wouldn't find it ethical to raise and kill humans for their flesh. But you would for animals. So like what's implicit in what you're saying is there's a difference between the two that justifies that difference. Yes. That shift in treatment. Yes. So what is that difference? What is the trait difference that justifies that?
Their intelligence.
To be consistent, you would have to be okay with me to Holocaust people with disabilities.
Well,
which you wouldn't, I'm assuming.
No, of course not.
Right, so it's not intelligence then, it's not intelligence.
No, but maybe, I think you have a fair point, but it's not just intelligence. I guess you're making me question what exactly it is. But that's the thing, it's our mere existence causes something.
Yeah, but we can't make it, we can do something.
No, actually I like that. We can do something, we should try to do stuff. I like that.
We try to be better.
Yeah.
But we can't make an appeal to futility and say, oh, what's the point? I'm just going to start stabbing animals.